Part of the stream.
Oh well. Sit ahoy. Here we
Don't
go.
make Mikey laugh, he'll get hiccups.
Right.
Hi, you all.
Where's the
As long as
snipping
we
button?
hate him, though.
I do suspect that was right at the start of the stream.
I've not got the ability to snip that, I'm afraid.
Oh.
A shame.
Right.
No one knows him.
Hannah Platts might be able to join us, but can someone check that we're live, please?
We are live.
We are live. Is there anybody in the chat? Chat. Look at
We
that.
actually started a couple seconds after I said it.
So, just Jake's not his real name. I could have lied.
You didn't, though, did you?
I could have.
You could have. You didn't.
Potentially.
But you didn't.
You didn't, no. It's fine. He's probably a terrible human being. I fucking hate Rubik's cubes.
Who's got interference coming in on the phone? Come
Has
on.
that stopped?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It was me. I was replying to my many correspondence.
How is your mum? I'm not apologising. I'm just apparently I'm in an absolute sassy bitch mode today, which is great fun. I'm looking forward to the chaos I will no doubt cause.
Like me last week.
Hello,
beautiful.
Molly. Adam, have you got a septum piercing?
No.
Dave, clean your computer screen.
No, what Adam has got is a
Daddy issues. It's the one thing I don't have. No, I've just got where are they? I've got a sack full of shut the fuck up, Dave. I've got a bag full of Steph. Of
I was yawning, not referring to whatever
fake,
dirty joke you were just about to make.
fake nose piercing things, which I have started wearing at work because it confuses people. Got a piercing, Adam?
Oh,
No.
Platts is coming in.
Oh no!
Platsy!
Hi.
Attack.
Hi, gang. I'm in a dressing room. There's mirrors, look.
Just in case we've forgotten what one looks like over the last.
Platts, we
year.
haven't started
Hi.
yet. We haven't started yet.
Have you not?
Shall I'll take the thing off so we can say that we've started. We've started! Way!
Yeah. I don't know if you can hear, but there is a kazoo karaoke going on. I'll try and
course there
get
is.
closer so you can hear.
Platts, can you explain
Yeah.
to everyone why you're in portrait?
So I'm on my phone because I'm actually doing a gig tonight, an improv gig, but I'm calling in just for a little bit to say hello because I'm dedicated.
I think she was having a go there, Steph, at those couple of weeks that you couldn't make it.
Oh no, I wasn't at all.
Fight to the
I
death!
was
Fight
just
to the death!
I was just highlighting how ridiculous I am.
Fight to the death now.
I like the fact.
Me and Hannah are getting divorced, so if either of you three want to apply for the role of wife, go for it.
Wife to Hannah,
I don't know how I feel about
or
it.
wife to you, Steph?
Well,
I mean,
Choose your
I'm
fighter.
the victim in this, so I feel like I should get remarried first. It's only fair.
Fine.
but the thing is, whoever marries Hannah gets to reenact those photographs from a couple of weeks ago. So
That is true.
Whoever marries Hannah has
And,
a really low bar of a wedding to beat.
Well, I'm glad I went out of my way to join you tonight.
Mwah, love you,
Guys.
bye.
Hey. Wow.
what are the chances of Hannah taking us out onto stage with her and be like,
I would do it.
audience, I'm on a podcast?
I would actually do it. You know I would.
Because
When-
you are chaos.
It's improv. They've got to come into your world. When are you due on stage?
Yeah. In about half an hour.
Where in the world come into
This is
mind?
perfect.
This is punk rock, and I love it.
This is punk rock. Wow, that's what the Clash were chatting about back in '77.
So, audience-wise, what are you expecting? Is it going to be
I haven't
like...
actually looked out there, but there are some people here.
Go
I-
look. Go have a quick
yeah.
look. Do that thing you're not supposed to do, where you look through the curtain.
What, peer around? Shut
Yeah,
up, shall I
yeah.
take
Do
you?
it, do it, do
It's
it.
like,
Okay.
Or just point the camera around there and then.
Yeah, okay, I'll do it.
This might be the most childish thing we've ever done in this stream. And we had Hannah looking. We had Hannah fight with a bush.
That's a real life crowd.
I'm going through some corridors. I'll turn around.
Where are you?
I don't know how to spin you around. Wait.
question, is the PA system a Fisher Price karaoke?
What's the venue? Where are you?
I'm sneaky.
Hannah, you got your headphones in. They can't hear us.
I'm being sneaky. Shh.
Hannah, what's the venue?
The International Arts Centre.
Okay, thanks. Just poke the phone around. We'll tell you how he's there. No, okay, now I can't see. What? Oh, she's actually giggling like a tiny little schoolgirl that does thing audio. The Hannah Breakdown special.
Oh, that's quite full.
Yeah. I'm sneaking away.
This is like the best episode ever.
All the best spies go, I'm a sneaky.
Sneaky.
Can it just be this, please, for an hour and a half?
What, make Hannah
This
go
is
on
what we
sneaky
do.
raids?
Just once a month, one of us go missing somewhere and we have to narrate it the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going back this way. Good, okay. That was fun. I'm not being sneaky anymore.
We
We
know.
can tell because your voice has returned to like normal volume.
Sweet.
Freaking hell was that?
How excited are you now you've done that?
I'm quite excited.
Is this your first time out
Sneaking.
into the world since?
We did one gig upstairs at the Westin, like a jam night thing. But this is our first longer than that slot.
Is there a troupe of you?
It's just me and Jen.
Oh, where's Jen?
That's
Where's
true.
Jen?
Yeah, she went round to see the bands the people that were playing in the open mic thing, and she's not come back yet.
This is great improv. So you're going on stage on your own with us.
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
only one who can hear us. Oh, you're the only
Yeah.
one who can hear us.
I mean,
So I does this mean, right? Are your headphones wireless?
no, look. Here's the proof, Dave.
Just no would have been okay. We'd have believed you. At some point would we have
look.
gone, I think she's lying.
I think she's fine.
That Hannah said she hadn't
Yeah.
got wireless headphones.
I don't believe it.
There's no way someone as stylish as Platts wouldn't have wireless headphones.
Oh,
Well, we're wrong.
Mikey's in the running to become the new wife.
I'm in the market for a wife,
Oh,
so
you can see where your loyalties lie, Southern.
I mean,
Oh,
Go on,
don't really
backtrack
know.
your way out of it.
should just reverse a bit so then it's funny because it's a literal backtrack. And then what I do is I disperse the tension with humour. Whatever you're saying.
you did it really well. So
Yeah, thanks. Pat.
So
I feel like we've
tonight,
already descended into chaos.
we're supposed to be
never
doing.
left.
Yeah, tonight we're supposed to be doing our battle royale.
yeah,
Who would win in fights between different people and things?
I
But-
want to add another one to the.
Can
list,
we just throw that idea in the bin and just ruin Hannah's evening?
Isn't that what we do every week?
Wow.
Please, can I vote for the latter, please?
Aw.
There's got to be a way you can take us on
I-
stage with you.
I swallowed down like a big fish and chips a bit too fast, so I'm gassy as anything. I'm not apologising for what's going to happen over the next time.
This is pure chaos, isn't it?
So, how do you prepare for improv? How do you rehearse for improv? It's improv.
How do you rehearse for improv? How do footballers rehearse for every game, Dave, when they're all
Yeah.
different?
But
Rehearse for
Okay.
football.
Everyone's different. How does a jazz pianist rehearse, Dave? You practice your scales and your arpeggios.
They're not. Are you thinking of the cats from
I was going to
the
say, are they
Aristocats again?
Aristocats?
Maybe.
If you've ever heard me play music, you'll know full well that I don't know how musicians rehearse.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, is Jen back?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Do you want to say hello?
yeah.
Yeah, we love Jen.
Jen, do you
You're
want to
fine.
say hello to
You're
the
fine
gang?
too.
Look at it. It's
Hello,
guys.
Jen.
It's Jen Kenny.
Jen Kenny, everyone.
Oh, she can't. She's got a kazoo.
I've just been playing in the kazoo orchestra.
You are.
Well, as you do.
I can't hear what they're talking
No,
about.
they
could
can't.
be
Wait,
dissing
put
me
the
and
other ear in, quick.
everything. Oh, I can't because hearing
Oh, no,
aids.
'cause of your hearing.
I'll just do maybe like this.
Hi.
This is,
Hi,
you
Jen.
really need to
You're
get some
excited.
wireless headphones.
You're great.
Is this one?
So, Jen, we're trying to find a
you.
way that we can come onto stage with you both.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
No, we're not. We are
It's a
not
child's
ruining
play.
their night.
I'm not sure how that would work.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I mean, you could be in tiny little boxes on
Improv
stage
it!
with us, but that wouldn't. Yeah.
Dave, you can't just have a dumb idea and shout improv it.
If we had a tripod, it would be easier. But I think just trying to balance my phone.
Yes.
I've only got 40% battery.
On that note, Hannah Platts,
Yeah.
how's the
There you
broken
go.
laptop?
It's still broken, Dave.
Hannah Platts expected me to give her IT support yesterday, just after I'd had a nap.
Right. Firstly, I
Didn't
didn't
go
know
well.
that you were asleep. I didn't know he was asleep when I messaged him. And if you recall, I said, "Don't worry about it now. Wait until you've woken up," and you didn't. You went all Dave about it.
Never go full Dave.
Went full day.
It's like
Right, by
going
telling
full.
Dave not to worry, he indeed had all of the worry.
Then all
Yes,
the worry
absolutely.
came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Um,
well, yeah. go on.
My thing arrived just before I came out, my hard drive
Yeah.
caddy. So I've got to do complicated hard drive things tomorrow.
It's not complicated.
I say complicated. One of the things she has to do is remove all the gaffer tape off her laptop.
That's holding the laptop together.
That sounds like it could be difficult, actually.
It holds
Yeah.
it holds the world together and Platts' laptop.
And my laptop
Okay.
in about 3 different places. Yeah.
All right. I'll leave you
Because I
to-
dropped it.
Shall we
Can I
leave
just
you
say-
to rehearse then?
Can we just
Well,
get on
we're
something?
going to go on stage in a
I
minute.
feel like it would be an opportunity. Like, it's a shame if you don't call a laptop that belongs to you the Platts top, just because it's funny.
I will get a sticker for it, Mikey, just for you.
Thank you. This pleases me very much. You may continue with your evening.
Thanks very much. Thank you. Thanks you.
Have a good show, however you
Thanks.
judge.
Yeah, we
improv.
will.
Don't
have
we
a
on
sing-song.
stage?
I'll try my best.
Remember,
Look, the
you
audience
do.
is crying for us already.
The audience is already yelling.
face front, don't bump into anything and don't be shit.
I'll try to
We'll
do
try.
those 3 things.
Yeah, we'll try.
Feels like a lot to remember.
Oh yeah. Tits in.
I have no
Just for the
advice.
record, I think Pat is going to win in the fight. So between Pat and Bob the Builder.
We'll start there, shall we?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah,
Pat
yeah.
would win too.
I think people underestimate Pat. I think he's got a lot of pent-up aggression.
He's ginger as well.
Yeah.
So he feels less pain.
I mean,
Yeah. That's just genetics.
It's science.
Yeah.
What about if it
Okay.
was? Okay, have fun.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Have fun.
Bye. Fun.
Mwah,
Have fun.
mwah, mwah.
Bye.
I love you all.
I really appreciate your work.
Tell the chat I love them as well.
Yeah, she loves you, chat. Hello everyone. Right. Okay, if Bob,
Is this
hold
Star
on,
Wars show?
hold on. If Postman Pat's ginger, does that mean he's got a disadvantage if it was a really sunny day?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you get to, if it's a fight to the death,
mean-
don't you get to pick the place of the duel?
Yeah, but surely Bob would pick a sunny
mean-
vista.
Also, having caught Prickly from the Louvre, I feel like I have some experience of this.
I love that sentence.
You are look,
I think Bob.
if you're somewhat slightly ginger, which I am, you are at a complete disadvantage.
I have the ginger gene. I don't have the hair colour, but I turn blood red in the sun and then I shed like a lizard and go back to pasty white.
The ginger
I think-
gene.
Sexy.
MC1R gene. I think that Bob would win because Bob has access to heavy machinery.
Yeah, but what we're doing is we're doing a fist fight here.
That was never clarified in the rules, though.
Can I
And also, Pat has Jess, and
Yeah.
you don't
Jess-
mess with a cat.
I mean, all I'm saying is the cat will probably go, Pat.
you say? Sorry, MC1R gene.
Yeah,
Sounds like
MC1.
a private number plate of a Manchester United footballer.
That's a better joke than anyone's giving it credit for.
Yeah. We're still angry. Yeah, MC1R gene is the gene responsible for ginger hair.
Jimi Hendrix, the performance poet, and the second most northern man who has ever lived.
What,
beyond-
more northern than
First
Jeff-
raised
more
man.
northern than
First
Jeffrey
John
Boycott?
Cooper Clarke.
More northern than Jeffrey Boycott.
That's no, because the most northern place in England is wherever Jeffrey Boycott is.
The most northern person who ever lived was, of course, Sid Waddell, the darts commentator.
Incredibly, because hello cat. Also, really southern though, because he, did study at Oxford, like the classics.
Studied
So
it- yes.
where does Sean Bean feature on your list of northerners? Because I think he's at least in the top 3.
Bast. Sorry, I wasn't.
I'll
to confirm,
I'll go
I
Sid
wasn't
Waddell,
calling
Jimi Hendrix, Jeffrey Boycott, Bean.
Okay.
Just to clarify, Sean Bean is not a bastard. I was just because that's his thing. So I was just repeating.
We knew
Hello.
what you meant, Michael.
I know you knew, but I was just just
For the
clarifying
purpose
it
of
for the world.
podcast.
But Jimi Hendrix said on Twitter that it would be Pat. He's put most favour Bob, but don't realise Pat did a stretching Camphill for armed robbery, and the GPO are the only ones who give him a job when he went straight. But I thought Bob, but then you pointed out how much of he's got psycho eyes, hasn't he, Pat?
And also, there is that clip on YouTube of Pat losing his shit one day, and I was intimidated.
Explain. There's a clip on YouTube of Pat losing his
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he's, I don't know, it's just Postman Pat's bad day. And he's I'm sure he kicks the cat at one point. And I was oh, it's not a man to be trifled with.
Could you find this clip, do you think?
I will find it later, yes, and I will send it, and I will ask one of you to put it on the Discord, because I don't know how Discord works.
Okay, pop it on the socials.
Because I am old.
Yes.
One other person has responded to me and said that it was Bob, but everyone seems to think it's Pat.
Pat,
It's Bob.
No,
because he's ginger.
no. I think it's Pat because posties are hard.
Yeah, they wear shorts all year round.
Yeah.
Posties are hard. This is true.
Yeah. That's just my argument.
Yeah.
Not saying builders are, it's just sometimes
Don't backtrack now. You're not going to get a builder come round and go, hang on a second, I saw your podcast. get the sodding postman to build your wall, Mike.
yeah, Mike.
Sister's boyfriend's a builder, so that's exciting.
Next time you want a ramp building, Mike, phone a postman.
I just think sometimes, like, there are from the outside, it looks as though there are less structure. So I'm trying to make a very serious point.
You're on the wrong show, Mike, if you're trying to make a serious point.
But that doesn't mean we can't try.
He's right. He's right. He's absolutely right. We can but try.
So, my point was that sometimes builders don't necessarily necessarily have to work those structured hours in the same way like that posties do.
So you're saying builders are a law unto themselves?
Yes.
Bearing in mind, there's about 400 battle royales we've got on this list, and it took us 20 minutes to do one.
That's not true. It's
Well,
like
that's
20 minutes
we
because we were
thought-
distracted by a Platts.
Yes.
Okay, someone else pick one off the list. You've got it in front of you.
Oh man,
Um,
we've got to get involved as well.
You've got to get
Oh.
involved as well.
Okay. I quite like the one from today, Dumbledore versus
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Why are you?
Would they-
fuck.
Okay, right. I can hold my hands up
Why?
and go, I never really got into Harry Potter.
Why are you
So-
fucking covered in seeds? Oh, you prick of an animal. She's got like sticky weed seeds all over her.
Is it Sticky Willy?
It is, but I didn't want to say she's got sticky willy all over her because
Keep that,
then
please.
then people would think I've been rubbing my knob on the cat.
Again!
Again. Stephanie. Google
Yeah.
Sticky Willy.
No.
No, don't.
Google
Google
Sticky
the
Willy.
The plan? No, because you're going to get flagged up by the FBI.
You won't.
Not again.
I promise you won't.
It's just the green sticky plant that sticks
I
children.
know what it is. I'm just not going to Google Sticky Willy.
Again, without some wine inside you. It's normally at 2 a.m. when I've had a bottle and a half crying and using a cat as a pillow. Sticky.
I told you about my Saturday nights in confidence, Unwin.
Saturday
And you're
night
gonna start
says I'm
separating
crying on
my
a
shit.
kitten.
Right,
You
so
don't
hang
know-
on. I haven't
What?
watched Harry Potter, right?
Okay.
Okay.
It's like when I never liked the Smiths. I could go, I didn't like this, I never liked the Smiths. And everyone who liked the Smiths is like, oh, Morrissey's a twat. And I was like, hey, it doesn't matter how I do, right? And I could do that with J.K. Rowling now. She's a transphobe. I never liked that, right?
Steph, can I break up the fight that's happening behind you?
Yeah, it's not.
Who would win, the black cat or the
Jasper
ginger cat? It'll be the
versus
ginger
Milo.
cat. Ginger jeans.
No, you know what though? Right, even that. I'm going to tilt it slightly so you all get a better angle.
What of?
What we're going to do is going to start taking bets.
oh.
the kissing.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is the thing. Milo is a lover, not a fighter. So, like, Milo's just like, I just want to be friends, and then tries to like kiss him, and Jasper's like, no. Like- so yeah. What were we talking about?
Dumbledore.
J.K.
Oh, yeah.
Rowling.
Is Dumbledore played by the same person who played Gandalf?
Nearly.
Now,
Nearly.
Nearly. So Richard Harris originally played Dumbledore, and then he deaded.
I mean, selfish.
Yeah, like the contracts mean nothing to
You
somebody
signed
else.
up for 7 films.
So yeah, so
Easily.
he died,
Rude.
and then I'm going to tilt this up because I'm getting really distracted by the fight happening behind me
can
now.
I just,
Stop it! I'm stealing this show again.
in my head, I'm looking at the cats and I'm just playing West Side Story prologue.
It's an age as old as time itself. It's a story as old as time itself.
Yeah, so Richard Harris played Dumbledore in the first film,
Mm-hmm.
and then he died, and then Michael Gambon took over. But
Michael
originally,
Gambon, that was it.
they approached Sir Ian McKellen, who very famously plays Gandalf, but he said he wouldn't take on the role because Richard Harris did not like them gay boys. He was a massive homophobe. So he said that it would be disrespectful to Richard Harris to take on the role. So essentially, if Richard Harris wasn't a massive dickhead, the argument itself of who would win out of the two wizards would just be stick Sir Ian McKellen in front of a mirror and see whether he gets bored. I really doubt he would.
We can't do that. So basically, it's McKellen and Gambon.
McKellen and Gambon, and I've seen Gambon drive on Top Gear, so.
Yeah, but I've seen McKellen's live show, so of the two characters of Gandalf and Dumbledore, Gandalf took out the Balrog, and Dumbledore relies on Year Sevens to do his work.
Right.
No, he did that twirly fire thing in.
Oh God.
In
Phoenix?
Half-Blood Prince.
Wow. Also, which one survives all the things?
Yes.
Gandalf's there pissing on Dumbledore's grave.
With no reference, I've just sent a message into the group chat for Hannah Platts. Platts, who smells nicer, Gambon or McKellen? We'll have to
I reckon McKellen does because
Yeah.
it looks nice.
So who are we saying then? Because I mean,
I'm going.
Gandalf.
You think McKellen would do a
Yeah.
Gambon?
Hang on a second. Are we including Forks and Shadowfax?
No.
Like, I feel like they should
because-
do that motion on the
Yeah.
camera. Like,
Are we including both this and that? Are we including these? Do we count?
are we
these?
going to do anything about this?
I say no because I wasn't allowed to have Bob's Dizzy.
I wonder what you were going to say then when you said dirt and then stopped.
I wasn't allowed to bring Bob's massive dick into the equation, so we're not allowed to bring in Shadowfax.
Who also would have.
I don't know.
No, sorry.
I don't know if this is the right time to admit on the internet.
That you've got an erection.
Or a massive dick.
It's always the time to admit that, Mikey.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
You've never seen Lord? That's all right.
That's fine.
Kill-
Seriously,
kill
mate,
him.
it's just saved you 12 hours.
I
Fuck off,
mean,
that's it.
as you can imagine, I don't get on that well with walking. So, why would I want to watch a film that is essentially someone doing their Duke of Edinburgh?
That is exactly what it
And
is.
I'll be honest,
It is the Duke of
Lord the
Edinburgh
Rings
Awards
doesn't
Kingdom
have
movie.
many ramps in it, so it's not that accessible. There's a lot of
No.
stairs in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, there's
I
a lot of
mean,
stairs.
I wouldn't
There's not a
say
single
that, I
lift.
would say just like
Single lift.
I can still appreciate a good stairwell, like a good set of stairs, without wanting to constantly, revolt. I mean, generally I do, but sometimes, sometimes I do just look at some stairs and be like, yeah, that's
That's a nice set of stairs.
I think Gandalf is a stronger person and character and a better wizard, and his beard looks like it's actually a beard and not spent like 45 hours per week pruning it. Like Gandalf's got hobbies, whereas Dumbledore's like, I'm really lonely. Beard. Beard.
You
Wonder
know,
what
like
that
in
year
the,
7 kid's up to right now.
you know, like in the martial arts films where you've got the old master and he's always got the moustache that goes
Yeah.
all the way down here and no
Are
the
you-
facial hair, just like that's a lot of work, isn't it? For just that.
I used.
What Adam has done there is just reenacted how I procrastinate. Just go, I'm really lonely.
Weird.
I've noticed in all teams because for some reason you can't turn off your camera on Teams, like you can't turn off your view of your camera,
Right.
which you should be able to. But I notice I do this a lot in meetings. It's just it's if I'm going, I miss my beard, like I'm feeling the ghost of it.
It's like that thing you used to do at school when you wanted to call someone crazy. You used to get like, my mum's got
My
curly hair.
mum's got curly hair and brushes her teeth. Yeah.
When you were sans beard, when you had never grown your beard out, Adam,
Yeah.
and you made that decision, that manly decision, I can do it. I can
The
grow
manly
a beard.
decision of I can't be asked to shave.
Which is how my beard started, funnily enough.
No one's ever gone, I'm going to grow a beard. It's
What?
all-
Like
it's
Louis
always
Louis,
based on-
but like
It's always based on laziness.
Did
No
you
one's.
did you have an idea of how your beard would grow? So I
Um,
imagined, because I'm a very, very hairy man, that I was going to get a full-on Zach Galifianakis. And I've always been slightly disappointed that I've got a Dave Lee Travis.
See what? That's different meaning these days, isn't it? My beard grew out straight. It wasn't like a big matted bunch of pubes on a face. It was just like, do you know how some beards are just pure curly? Mine was just like meh. It was straight. It looked weird.
I want
beards
to
are big
long.
strange things.
What's your feeling on beards?
I mean, I honestly believe that a beard can send a man from a 2 to a 10.
Yep.
Like,
It hides a lot of crimes.
Oh, it's a
it
lot of
just-
crimes.
like, but at the same time, like a beard or lack of can ruin your life, because I have seen some pictures of some males, and then have seen them in person. They're like, oh yeah, I just decided to shave it, and I'm like, no, grow it back.
Yeah.
Because-
Grow it back now.
Because
Right
2
this
minutes
second.
ago you were an 8. Now
I
you're a
went from a
0.
solid 6 to a 2 when I shaved mine off, so
No,
to a 3.
no,
Mine-
you've got a baby face, so you're adorable.
Exactly. I went from I looked like a rugged mountain man who could fight bears to someone who phones the IT helpline by setting up a printer. That's the sort of change I went through.
But like, there are people who can do both. Like, they can go like
called
sans
bisexuals.
beard, and then they can go, they can go beard. So I am gonna do that all the way through. Now I've decided.
Everything is just tits.
So yeah, it's been a long day.
Okay, we're agreed. Gandalf. Also,
Yeah, Gandalf.
Hannah has replied with McKellen smells like 100% smells like a refined gentleman's perfume. Gambon will smell like pipe tobacco, which I can believe.
Oh, actually, yeah. Because like Gambon is completely like gonna spend hours in a real ale pub, whereas I
Yes.
think McKellen is like,
Gin bar.
yeah, like McKellen is like,
No, but
I'll
yeah,
have all of your gin, please.
he's that old. Like I have a brandy.
Yeah.
I've had a lovely day, but it's getting late. I'll have a pint of brandy.
Okay, so what
Right.
we're saying.
Next one.
We've got
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Right, now I'd like to point out that Mikey made this suggestion. Mikey versus
No.
Davros, leader of the
So-
Daleks.
Is it just Davros and no Daleks?
Mikey?
Well, I like to think so, because I like to think I'm strong enough to make it to the last battle. You know, where it's just me, your anti-hero who's like been through it all. He's really faced his demons and he's come through. But it's just me and Davros over like a fiery like at the foot of a fiery volcano. And,
What you're essentially saying is you want that scene from Star Wars, but with you and Davros. Why have I done that again? Oh my god!
Are you just obsessed with tits today? Welcome to it's. Are you finally just realizing what a man's world is? It's just constantly thinking about the bubs.
It's been a really, really long day.
And so to counteract it, you're just thinking about squishy tits. Yeah, to be fair,
The
that is
only
about
thing that's keeping me going.
squishy fun bags.
Sometimes women will admit this. Sometimes we just grab our own for comfort.
Stage crew. Yeah, I've seen that.
Sometimes if I'm nervous, I hold like side note. I did a Sweeney Todd escape room yesterday, and I got so scared that for at least 3 minutes I stood with my arms folded in the middle of the room going, I'm not doing it anymore, while the rest of my friends worked all the clues out, and I was going, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's horrible. Like, but I was just like holding them just for a little bit of like safety.
Why did you get scared?
Because the woman
They're not
said,
going to do anything to harm you.
Not
I'm
when
aware.
I'm
No!
around.
Like, obviously we were lined up outside, and you know when like the person does like the big story of like Sweeney Todd has left his shop to get his razor sharpened, and like it's like they're setting the scene. Well, like I was already a bit tense because we'd said like, are there any like jump scares? And she went, no, but there are some things in there that like you won't expect, so they'll make you jump. And I went, that's a jump scare.
The definition of a jump scare.
Literal
Literally the
definition of a
definition
jump
of a jump
scare. So like we were
There's
stood
no
there.
jump scares, but there's
So-
things that will make you jump and are scary.
So I was
It's
like
fucking
panicking, and like,
Yes, that's
so
what they
I
are,
was-
yes.
Yeah. So we were stood there, and like she's talking, and a staff member shouted somebody else like across the room, and I crapped my pants before we'd even got in there. Oh, I'm not built for horror. I'm not.
Was the old woman then that goes, set your fire? Smoke.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I'm enjoying the niche just little jokes. Just this Mikey.
Smoke.
We found
Oh,
we found Mikey's comedy.
Stop it had a deadline this week, and I'm just ecstatic. So basically, you've just got to ignore 80% of whatever I say this evening.
I'll just pretend you're Dave.
Well, true.
Sorry, Dave. Never you mind.
Hold on, Mikey versus Davros.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mikey.
Mikey, do you have a
Jammy Dodger. Are you going to take on the Daleks with a Jammy Dodger?
I was gonna say, have you got a poison injector in your chair?
I don't, but what I do have is the plastic thing that comes off. Look.
I mean, I'll be honest, Mikey, it looks like a choking hazard.
Yeah, and he does talk a lot.
It's like your opportunity.
And, Mike, you've had practice throwing things into hoops, haven't you? In your sports day. It's like it's come round again, isn't it? I'll tell you what, that fucking
if I do
Joseph
this,
Campbell
look,
was onto something.
If I do this, it makes me look really like a unicorn. I'm really scary.
What I want in the movie when it happens, then what we need to do is there needs to be a moment where Mikey gets like knocked back and he's like really bloody and tired, and then he has the flashback to like primary school races, and it's like, you can do it, Mikey, throw the beanbag, and then he throws it and Davros chokes and dies and is defeated. That's how it works. I'll write the movie.
Yeah, it'd be.
I have that. Or it's that, but it's like whoever I learnt the skills off.
Yeah, it would be as deep. It would be as deep and meaningful as the ending to Kickboxer.
I've not watched that.
It's whoever I learnt the skills off.
Well, think of any Jean-Claude Van Damme film. It'd be as deep and meaningful as the ending to
I'm not gonna lie,
Bloodsport.
I try really, really hard to not think of Jean-Claude Van Damme films. It's sort of a hobby of mine.
Who would be
the only
Mikey's
Van Damme
Mr.
I know?
Miyagi?
I mean,
I want it to be Steven Seagal, but like Steven Seagal now. Like terrible, terrible Steven Seagal. It's not going to be Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, that is the best Jean-Claude Van Damme film. In fact, that's a brilliant film. It's a brilliant film.
Thing to
I'll be honest, using phrases like best and Jean-Claude Van Damme film in the same sentence.
It's a brilliant film.
It's the best of a bad bunch.
No, it's brilliant. I promise you, it's brilliant.
I think Mikey would win because his chair actually has a ground clearance.
Yeah.
And you could
also,
chase him over some slight gravel.
You see, but only the loose gravel though.
Oh yeah, obviously. We plan it.
This
could work with Bob.
The stuff, only the stuff that people use as like weed suppressant, like on your front lawn. Not the stuff that like people put at like the bottom of the just what is effectively garden scatter cushion. Not that stuff. I mean, it's all it is, isn't it? Gravel.
Oh, it's because
for your garden.
Someone doesn't know what to do in the front garden. Oh, gravel.
Yeah.
I mean, I have gravel in my garden, so step off and win.
I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
It was to cover a pipe.
Yeah.
See, weed suppressant.
And what do I use scatter cushions for? Covering stains on the sofa. So,
Yeah.
same thing. Exactly the same.
What stains have you got on yourself, Runwin?
From when I wiped my sticky Millie on the cat. Just a general mix of orange juice and curry, and everything in between.
What a Friday night that was!
Saturday night, I'm eating curry with orange juice. It tastes tangy.
Mike, when you beat Davros, because we have all just established that you are the winner.
Yeah,
would you play your da-da-da-da-da as as your victory march?
Yeah.
It's so matter of fact.
Yeah, on a loud hailer as well. So it was like, I would go through the town. I don't know why I did that then. Or like proclaiming to be some sort of saviour. I was just stretching.
I can be your hero, baby.
So another one on the list. This is one of my favourites, and this is from you, Unwin.
Oh no, there's someone there which I'm not proud of.
This is no doubt one of them. The BBC versus a BBC.
That's not the one that's not one I'm not afraid of.
What's the one you're afraid of then, Unwin?
I'm not telling you which one I'm ashamed of. I might delete it. So the BBC versus a BBC.
What's a BBC?
Google it, Dave. Just Google a BBC. Actually, no, Steph. Do it after you've Googled Sticky Willy. Google the category BBC
on your work laptop. Nothing will happen.
Yeah, it's just good to know about the broadcast corporation. I think the BBC would lose, but after 35 years. Just because that's when everything gets found out with the BBC.
I've no idea what anyone's going to do.
Oh, Mike, don't Google it.
Google it.
What was the one you were scared of then?
Not with my internet. It's good at the moment. I'm not risking it.
I'm going down all the ones Unwin suggested, thinking which ones are going to be really upsetting.
Not upset about, but just a little bit ashamed of myself.
Was it one to do with doctors?
No, I'm not ashamed of that one. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that one's awful.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's a bit like playing Top Trumps.
I don't know which one it is. If it's not
Good.
that one.
Yeah. Oh, what a shame. I have to move on. Oh, rat.
Some of the ones you were putting in, like Wolf from the Gladiators versus an actual.
Yeah. Who do you think would win? I want to know.
Oh, I like this one, and it was you who put it in. Sweeney Todd or Edward Scissorhands.
Yes.
This was when you were taking it seriously before you put that stupid McStubble picture in, and then I wanted to fight you.
Right. Can you explain the McStubble picture?
I saw it. It made me laugh, so I put it on the chat. Don't assume that
I get it now. I didn't know that. I thought, why is Adam just posted a burger in the chat?
Oh,
now get it.
Steph just keeps looking at it.
I know, I keep looking at it, and Honestly, it sends me sick.
It's completely gone over my head.
So
You don't get what it is.
No.
Look at the burger.
it's a beard. It's like
It's
a
a
stubbly man
stubbly
beard.
face.
Okay, so Sweeney Todd versus Eddie Scissorface.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, see, the thing about this is this one's easy, I think, from my opinion, because Edward Scissorhand has got scissors for hands, and Sweeney Todd is singing all the while.
So Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
I don't think Edward Scissorhands has got it in him.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I think having thought about it last night for far too long. I think he's a pacifist, isn't he? He's a little meek teenager, whereas Eddie Scissorhands is a twisted.
No, Sweeney Todd.
Oh yeah, sorry, Sweeney Todd is a twisted.
Psychopathic killer.
Yeah.
Cannibal.
He's a tenor, so you can never trust him.
Yeah.
Never trust a tenor.
And also, both played by Johnny Depp, so we have the Ian McKellen situation where stick him in front of a mirror, let him argue with himself.
Yeah.
Here's one that's on the list that I want some explanation of, please, Loftus.
Oh.
KFC versus McDonald's.
Yeah, I just right. Okay.
No, it's not that. It's the rivalry on Bentley Bridge.
So, like, obviously, when I used to work at Cineworld, or Winnie's World for copyright reasons, like, on the Bentley Bridge complex, we have like lots of like, fast food takeout.
Bentley Bridge.
It's a location, Dave. They used to just spread rumours about each other. Like, the amount of times we'd hear from different employees from both establishments going, "Oh, don't eat the other one. They're serving rat." Like, neither were closed down, so obviously that's not true. But like, I just love the absolute audacity of them that they were trying to get each other shut down. And now there's a Tim Hortons rocked up in town, so yeah. I don't know what's going to go on. I mean, they're Canadians, so they're probably going to be really, really nice. But like, I don't know.
This wasn't part of the argument, but there was not so long ago there was a documentary about, like, it was inside KFC. It's one of the best things I've ever watched, because the whole thing was like laid out like a play that is totally something I would write. It's just like, you know, you got
from the chicken's point of view.
Yeah. You got Brenda, who's been there for 50 years and just loves that she's making people so happy with gravy. It was just wonderful. Sorry, as you were.
I think if McDonald's started doing the gravy, then I don't think I'd ever eat anywhere else.
You see, right? If you go to Bentley Bridge.
Just say Bentley Bridge, Dave. Right. We've said it.
And you've got the Mackies. You've come out of Winnie's World, and you've got the Mackies. You've got the KFC, right? And there's a queue.
It's the worst witness protection ever.
Yeah, there's a queue.
Geography with Dave Pitt.
There's a queue of 5 people in each.
Yeah.
You're going to Mackies.
Oh, it's not one of those GCSE math questions.
Yeah. You're going to Mackies.
I also like the fact that for a brief moment of time, Dave also adopted the Mackies and KFC argument. Just for a brief moment. And I was like, yes, it's passed on. So tell me, Dave, which would you rather?
If there's a queue of 5 people, Mackies all day, every day. Because KFC, I don't know what it is about KFC. There seems to be
I think part of the training program is how to walk slowly and infuriate customers.
There seems to be like 40 people behind the scenes. They all seem to be moving. No one gets served. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's not fast food if you're gonna wait.
Can we just caption this? Caption the clip of Dave gets angry at chicken.
Dave gets angry at chicken.
But what I will say in favour of KFC is even now, after all these years, KFC still feels more of a slightly sort of
More of a treat.
posher, more of a treat than McDonald's.
You know when you go to
I don't know.
KFC and it's a good KFC.
No,
So-
I've never had that experience.
No. You can get them occasionally, but usually like the skin's falling off and it looks like the chicken's gone
grey.
Yeah, it looks like the chicken's gone like 12 rounds with Ronald McDonald. And you're just like, yeah. But when it's good chicken and it's been cooked well and it's amazing. But you have to wait like 30 minutes for it because there's one person in front of you in the queue. No, fuck that. I can't be bothered.
Is Molly in the chat?
I believe
Sure.
she is, yes.
There was a time years ago when if you went to McDonald's and you ordered fish fingers, you would always be forced to wait in the bays.
Yeah, because
Remember-
no one orders fish.
You'd be amazed. It's happening because as someone who I'm a pescatarian terrier. I just don't give a shit today, do I?
Pestimog fucker. Does that mean you have sexual relationships with fish?
And only fish occasionally.
For legal purposes, no.
Well, it's okay because they won't remember.
Oh,
I think I last longer than 6 seconds.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is 6 seconds after it happened, they wouldn't know about it.
Just I'm gonna stop this now.
Like
But for the last, like,
most
year,
of your
ordering-
sexual liaisons.
Uh,
Instantly
forgettable.
forgettable.
Oh, I thought you meant like the saying halfway through, I'm going to stop this now.
I'm gonna stop this. I'm just gonna stop this now. Lovely to meet you. I'll leave a review. Shall I? Is there a tip jar?
Do I sign the
I'll
book
gi-
as I leave?
I'll give you I'll give you notes.
If you need a
Mike,
reference,
you can't be giving people notes.
if you need a reference, I'm more than happy to supply one.
No, Steph, you weren't here. We had a joke earlier that
Yeah, yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. It was a callback.
Call back to something that happened off stream before
Off
you
stream.
got here.
No one apart from you three got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
my favourite kind of
You're
callback.
welcome. But yeah, over the last year or so, the filet fish burgers have arrived like almost immediately. So I'm guessing more people are having some cheeky fish fingers.
Because my wife doesn't like mayonnaise, she used to have the chicken sandwich without mayo. And my God, there have been geological eras of time have passed before we've got that. It's fucking ridiculous.
I can't believe it's taken me this long into this question to bring this up. But I had a McChicken sandwich today, and I swear to God, it's the blandest thing I've ever tasted.
It's the culinary version of Belgium. Just
Oh no, I've been to Belgium. It's got
They really do like mayonnaise over there as well.
they fucking do. It makes up most of the population.
Population is 40% mayo.
Yep.
So who's going to win? KFC or Mackey's? Because I feel like we need this and then move on.
I'm going to go Mackey's.
I'm going to go Mackey's.
yeah, Mackey's
Cool.
sturdy.
Fuck you, KFC.
Cuff-
Hannah Platts v J.K. Rowling.
Hannah Platt.
Oh, Platt,
Definitely
you
Andy
know the
Platt.
way.
I want to see Platts
Move on.
give Rowling like a German suplex through a table.
Yeah. And then I imagine that Hannah would win and then J.K. Rowling would tweet about it saying that she was the victim all along.
Yeah.
But then Hannah would just scream, "Fuck off to your castle, Joanne," and that would be the end
And
of
the
that.
thing is, Joanne would go, "Okay, I shall. I have many."
I would like to think that if Hannah won, she would get Joanne's castle.
Oh, so it was like play for keeps.
Yeah.
but
Yes.
like on a massive scale.
Yeah.
It's like they're playing Crazy Bones in the school playground, but instead of Crazy Bones, it's castles.
What I like is the fact that you said play for keeps and no one saw the pun in that but me. And I really thought you'd make it. And then you didn't. And I was like,
What was that?
Play for keeps.
Play for keeps.
Oh, castle. Right.
Oh my god!
I was there
That
going.
is the best reaction to that. Oh, Castle,
I
right.
was there
I
going.
thought he did
really
it
clever.
intentionally. So when you said play for keeps, I was like, that's quite clever, Michael. And apparently you didn't get your own pun.
No, I didn't get it.
Oh.
I was just there
Jesus, I
going.
should write that down.
What? Why? Okay. What? Sure.
Thanks, Unwin.
What?
Unwin, pick one off the list.
Oh, fuck, my phone's locked.
You've usually got WhatsApp
Not
desktop on
for
your computer.
eternity.
Oh, I do have it, but I just didn't think about it. Scrolling. The Teletubbies versus the Tweenies.
I don't know the Tweenies.
Teletubbies.
Fine, we'll move because no one knows that.
You don't know the Tweenies.
Now the Tweenies
Paul-
were babies. Jake was an absolute
Paul
pussy.
Chuckle versus Barry. I'm most
Which one's
inspired
dead?
by your
Sorry, that was really insensitive.
Paul is dead. I think that was
Oh my!
Paul.
I just realised
It's-
that.
yeah,
Paul's the one.
it's the head.
Years,
It's the head.
Is it
of
that
Cu-
one? Is it that one that's dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one who
It's
looks like he
this
sniffed a
is
trampoline.
this is the head of Cuban revolutionary Che Guevara and the face of Paul Chuckle. No, Barry Chuckle. He's the dead one. Who's the
I
dead
don't
one?
know. The dead chuckle one.
The deader.
The one that's not
Did
chuckling anymore.
Did you say deader?
He's
the
the
dead
deader
because the other
one.
one's a little bit
Um,
dead inside, but it's
this
also
is-
Guys,
This is my gig
it's,
T-shirt because I don't you think that if you see me do poetry, the head of Che Guevara and the face of the deader of the Chuckle Brothers is just a perfect representation of my set.
like. What were you saying, Mikey? Please help.
it's just where we lose Twitch.
I mean,
I feel like we should have lost it a long time
they've
ago.
gone a long while ago.
And also, I was going to say that probably suits you better than it does me, because to you, tenuous. Okay, let's move on.
I'm a big
You
fan.
disappointed yourself then.
What I should have done is actually
Not said the
left
joke.
left it in my head for longer and workshopped it more with myself before I put it out there. Just so, like, 'cause, you know, just so I knew which point to hit and which phrases to put in the right order.
Well, we're all learning, Mike. We're all learning.
Because I'm just really fucking dull. I think what I need is probably a girlfriend.
Oh,
Well, you know what, right? You could have had me, but you sided with Hannah, so fuck you. And where is she now, Mike? She's not here.
I'm just gonna do a sad Saturday night beat now, if you don't mind.
Bye-bye.
Well, shall I pick it? I'll pick another.
We wheelchairs off. Oh, well, let's move on.
Oh
God.
The Honey Monster versus Tony the Tiger.
because he's a monster, isn't he? You know what I mean?
I mean, clues in the title, yeah, Dave. I'm glad we've even that one out.
But we have no evidence of what his monstrous powers are.
Yeah.
Honey? he
I've never. I'll be honest. I've
sake,
never seen any
Adam.
strong man like attribute all
The-
of their
the-
triumphs to honey.
the cereal box is just his sideline.
I actually think he has a honey addiction.
Like
It's not- I don't think-
Winnie the Pooh
Oh,
does.
because I thought
Yeah,
he.
like,
I,
I think it's like meth for monsters.
oh, because I thought he generated honey out of his paws, but
That's what Tony the Tiger does.
he was always a little bit scruffy, and no one really wanted to eat it. It's that thing, isn't it? If you put a teaspoon of honey in a barrel of shit, it makes no difference. But if you put a teaspoon of shit in a barrel of honey,
I'll be honest, I wasn't
Right.
listening. I was doing
Put
this
it on
to
your
Adam.
Dave, why are you? Dave, why are you putting honey in some shit? Was this why you're not allowed back on farms? I want to make something that smells terrible and is full of bees. Stingy shit.
Stingy shit. What? Honey Monster and who? Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger. I think Tony the Tiger could fuck shit up because
this one's got a frosty reception.
Just because. Steph,
Look how smug he is.
He's made himself laugh as well. He's done it. He's done it with a cheat.
Hiccup.
Yeah.
I don't like any of you.
Steph, how stressed and angry do you get working with kids?
I mean, it's Monday and I've broken my don't drink on a midweek rule.
Cool. So Tony the Tiger is a tiger who has to bottle that in and work with children full time.
I mean,
imagine the rage he's going to go straight for that monster's throat. That drug-addled monster who's constantly trying to search for a high.
I mean,
he ain't going to know where he's at.
Yeah, I mean, we were on a school trip today, and a kid touched an electric fence, and and I'll be honest, I stood there and went, I'm not sympathetic.
Did you?
You read the sign and then you did it.
Did you push him into the fence?
No, I didn't. He went, what does electric fence mean? I went, it's a fence, but it's electrified. He went, so if I touch it, I'll get a shock. I went, yeah. And he went, okay, touch. And then I went, that really hurt. And I went, yeah, that's how life works. And I walked away. Oh.
Where were you taking them that had electric fences?
Borstal.
What?
She zoned out. She was like, I'm focusing purely on this sweet alcohol. That makes me forget. Pardon, carry on.
It really doesn't. Not even the boobs work.
Moving on.
What?
Moving on. Boilerman versus Gunnosaurus.
Well,
we need to explain. We need to explain to people who Boilerman and Gunnosaurus is.
Gunnosaurus, move on.
Is Boilerman the mascot for West Brom?
Yeah. Boilerman is the mascot for West Brom, and Gunnosaurus is the mascot for Arsenal.
Is this even a debate?
I mean, both are pretty pathetic.
They're not a wolf, are they?
They're not a wolf.
You question.
Neither of them have got a girlfriend. Here's looking at you, Wendy. Yeah.
I once scored a goal against Wolfie.
I mean, it's not hard. It's a guy in a mask who can't see, Dave. Like, it's not really an achievement.
It was still.
I could score a goal against Wolfie.
It was my greatest football achievement.
Was that your Wembley?
Yeah, and I screamed in his face, "You're a disgrace to the shirt on your back."
Dave was 36.
I was about 36 as well.
Oh no! This is well. We're hearing that story next week. That tragic story. No. I want to know why the setup, where you were taken afterwards, what questions you had to answer. But yeah, it's Gunnosaurus, isn't it? Because he's literally a dragon versus a boiler.
Yeah. Yeah.
A boiler with really shit thin and white arms.
Is that still their mascot, or did it get vetoed?
I fucking hope so.
Oh no, I think it still is.
The only one that could ever heat me was the son of a boiler man.
So there's an account I discovered
I think that might be the worst thing that's ever happened on the internet. And if no one it, we can't just let that go scot-free.
I'm not clipping it. Fuck you.
The only one who could ever heat me was the son of a boiler man.
Yeah. Look, it's scanned nicely.
There's a Twitter account called Mascots Minute Silence.
Yes, it's amazing.
Where they've taken pictures of mascots observing the minute silence. Like, that one is just a treat to behold. Right? But the one I retweeted today.
Today?
Yeah. Now, I have to point out, this would have involved meetings and purchase orders and people sitting around and talking about it, and no one went, this is a really bad idea, right? So there you go. It's a bit blurry, but it'll catch up. It's to honour our troops. It's a man dressed as a puppy.
No.
This country's just shit.
Someone.
The problem with mascots is they can't look somber. So you're having a minute silence to remember those who died, and mascots like.
But someone in the replies to that put the poppy's not wearing a poppy.
You're right, they're not. Someone should tell someone. Do you follow shit 70s football?
I believe I do, yes. But they don't seem to pop up very often.
So much. That and 70s footballers who are like 20 and look like they're 55 because they smoke. They just have got balding hair and just it's beautiful. What the fuck are we chatting about? Oh yeah, Gunnosaurus. One from Platt, which I loved. Noel Edmonds versus the dark secrets in his past. Who will win?
Allegedly. He's very litigious, he's our Noel. So, allegedly.
Sorry, let me just Google the meaning of the word litigious.
It means he likes to... No, no.
No. Noel Edmonds is a very nice man. We're still on there. It's fine. He can't hear us. Should we just move on from that one? I think.
Yes, before we say anything massively offensive.
Harold Bishop of Neighbours versus Uncle Albert from Only Fools and Horses.
I mean, Uncle Albert has allegedly seen war, but I feel like Harold would take no prisoners.
Yeah. I reckon Harold could make a better grilled cheese and they'd use it as a weapon. Because hot cheese is a stingy bitch.
Clip that, please.
Hot cheese is a stingy bitch. There you go. I feel like not enough people are using that as an advertising slogan.
Hot cheese, mate. It's a fucking stingy bitch.
Because of your evening meal tonight, Unwin.
Yes.
Fish and chips versus pizza.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
You know when you say to someone like, "What's your favourite film?" and they answer very quickly, so you can't really trust that person. I feel you answered that too quickly.
No, you didn't. You thought about it and it was right.
No. Yeah.
Okay. So, fish and chips from the Ocean Fish Bar in Wolverhampton. No.
I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Can we just back up a second? How does answering too quickly make you not trustworthy? Do you want to die? No.
No, answering too quickly on
punch
certain.
in the face, Dave. No,
answering too quickly on certain questions, like what's your favourite film, and do you prefer fish and chips or pizza?
Boss Baby.
Dave, what's your favourite film?
Boss Baby.
Steph, I know your answer's wrong. It might be right for you, but your answer is wrong.
Is it gonna be a post?
It's not right.
Is it gonna be a post 2012 Steven Seagal film?
If you're about to hold up that Jean-Claude Van Damme film again, you're also wrong.
It is Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Honestly, Dave, set fire to yourself.
No, honestly, if you ask me that, that's a night of discussion.
Is it Sallow? Is your favourite?
No,
is your
no,
favourite film?
it is brilliant, but no.
It's not.
I can
I feel like
imagine.
anyone who can name just one film as their favourite film.
What if they've only seen one film?
That's what I mean. I don't feel like they've seen enough films to make that decision.
Did you hear that video? Did you see that video where it's Michael Owen saying that he doesn't like films?
He doesn't watch
And
films.
I don't trust people who say that. Like, it's people who go, I don't like dogs. I'm not really
To be
a fan
fair,
of animals.
you can be scared of dogs.
Yeah, but people
You
who
can't-
say, "Oh, I'm not a fan of animals." So people who say they don't like Dolly Parton, why not? What's wrong with you?
I like Dolly Parton. I don't like her music very much.
Yeah, but you like Dolly
But
Parton.
that could be what they're saying. It's like, oh, I don't like Dolly Parton. It's like, oh, I don't like her music. But like, yeah, because she's great. She's a legend.
And a very, very nice person.
Allegedly.
Fun did the vaccine.
It's just nice to say allegedly after good stuff. It makes everyone go, what?
And she refused a statue because there were more important things.
Dr. Octopus versus an octopus with 8 Uzis.
What's an Uzi?
A little mini machine gun. One for each. It's important to know that obviously you need to have an Uzi for each arm.
I mean, an octopus. I feel like it would be the octopus. Octopies. Pussy.
I mean,
octopodes. What's the plural?
I think Once
Yes.
Upon a Time in America is always going to be in the top 5.
Shut up, Dave. We've moved on.
Thanks.
And I've never seen that film, so I can't make a decision.
It's easily... Yeah, it's always going to be in my top 5. I just couldn't tell you where.
Well, it's not, because you might watch 4 better films, 5 better films, and then they will never feature again.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's a bold statement.
It's not.
It is. It really is.
Allegedly. It is fun to say.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
What are we on?
Dr.
Is
Octopus.
Casino better than Goodfellas?
That's not
No.
the question. If you want to have that as a question there, which you've got to put it on the WhatsApp chat.
Right.
Yeah.
We're currently on Dr. Octopus.
He's putting it on the WhatsApp chat.
No, but we're currently on Dr. Octopus versus an octopus with 8 Uzis. Oh, hang on, someone just sent me a message on WhatsApp.
Oh, let's all check.
No, it's not loaded.
Who's Davy Point?
I haven't got to send you the link for this meeting, you know, Mike.
I'll forward it to you, Mike. Don't worry.
Thanks, Deb.
Even though you chose Hannah over me. Just saying.
What's Casino 5 Goadfellas?
What were we on? Dr. Octopus.
Versus an octopus with 8 Uzis.
Dr. Octopus is Alfred Molina, isn't he?
Yeah, but we're talking about the character, Dave.
Right, just let me find something I can just attach to it and I know what I'm doing.
I think it would be an octopus because octopuses definitely feel like they come from space.
An octopus with 8 Uzis would lose to a cat. Because it would have one arm, it would have one tentacle too few to take all 9 lives out.
Oh, that's clever.
Oh, you've really worked on that.
I'm hoping to get some Arts Council funding for that joke. So I can probably workshop it in maybe 3 or 4 weeks.
It's not an octopus with 8 Uzis against a cat, is it? It's an octopus with 8 Uzis against Dr.
But I was filling the empty silence we'd left while you were trying to think of your favourite 5 films.
What you failed to think of here is guns don't work.
Kill
very
people,
well.
rappers do.
JS Rock says hi.
Oh, hello, Jay.
And the
He's
answer,
Texas in the house.
Yay.
It's a shame you weren't here earlier, mate, because we were talking about Boiler Man versus Gunnosaurus. That would have been a...
Oh, imagine trying to fucking explain Boiler Man to someone from fucking Texas.
to someone,
The chat will take
to
care of it.
someone outside of West Brom. It's someone who doesn't like football.
Now we have to explain what West Brom is. Right. Anyway, questions.
What's the one you really didn't want to talk about? Anytime today, Adam. Anytime today.
You've all got the chat, you fucker. Brum versus Lewis Hamilton.
Now we've got to explain, bro.
And what a glorious day this shall be for all.
Go on then, explain, Brum.
Right, so, I mean, I'm not sure it needs it. It's very obviously self-explanatory. Brum is a kids' TV show it opens up in a museum about cars. Then an old man is walking through it. He turns the lights out, locks it, and he's got a little half-sized little car that's like 3 foot long, and then its eyes turn. It's got eyes. Its headlights turn on. It looks around and drives off because it's clearly cursed with the ghost of the old man's wife. And then I'm now gonna just quote things that happened in the show Brum, and you're gonna think I was making it up.
Can we just point out? It's filmed in Birmingham.
Brummud.
Birmingham is the nickname Brum.
Because it used to be referred to as Brummagem by the people who...
Brummagem.
And then Brum goes around Birmingham and helps the locals by catching a balloon, pushing a man called the Shadow Man into a canal, who's the general villain of the whole show, and at one point stopping a robot uprising by pushing other robots that are becoming sentient over. And I think that Brum could crush Lewis Hamilton's skull.
I think he could beat Lewis Hamilton because Lewis Hamilton's a vegan, so he ain't really got the strength for it, has he?
Brum would just go up some stairs and then he'd be fucked.
Just throw a steak at him.
Yeah.
Well, and Lewis Hamilton made his dog be vegan, so now I'm mad at him.
I'm just reading the comments from JS Rock. Russ. What's a West Brom? What's a Brom? Is Brom different than West Brom? Is West Brom the gangster version? No.
No, they wish. They wish.
No, it's a shit part of a shit city.
Has anyone else done this? Because we all live close to Birmingham, and I was in Birmingham once, and I was walking through Victoria Square, and there was Brum. There was
Brum as well.
the car.
I've never met Brum.
Right?
Fuck you.
But I'm at this point like a 39, 40-year-old man. Not really like nowadays. Now, if that was now, I'd go Brum.
So hang on, you're old enough to verbally berate Wolfie, but not old enough to be excited by Brum.
Nah, not then. I wasn't. Then I wasn't. So I did try and walk past and take a photo like this.
You're trying to get a sneaky photo of Brum,
and he came out blurry.
Why did you have to get a sneaky photo? Why couldn't you just stand and get a photo?
Because
he's a famous actor in a restaurant that you don't want to disturb.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do that age-old, but you've forgotten to take the flash off. So,
how do you know that, Steph? How do you know that?
What's the next category we're doing?
the next category.
Hold on, JS Rock wants to know exactly what we're doing, which is fair enough.
Who fucking knows?
Who knows?
We've been asking ourselves that for years.
Basically, battle royales. Who'd win in a fight between Bob the Builder?
If you got
and
some, throw them over
wherever.
to us.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking versus Chaos 2? No, not that one. That's the one. Cristiano Ronaldo versus his huge ego.
I think his ego would win.
Yeah. Next one.
Did anyone else laugh heartily when they lost the weekend?
Yes.
Always.
Yeah, it was great.
Because he got fuck all from the game. It was amazing. Pingu versus Morph.
Pingu, he's got an attitude problem.
Yeah.
If I'd have said Pingu's dad, I think Pingu's dad would have backhanded Morph into next week. But Pingu's just a grumpy little kid, mate. He gets he cries when he loses at volleyball. He's not going to beat Morph up.
You see, I think
Am I
Morph
taking
has
this
got
too seriously?
Morph has got more abilities to morph. I mean, it's in his
Hence the
name.
name, otherwise he
Oh.
would be called not Morph.
Oh, we've got to explain what Morph is.
Who is Morph?
Morph was a little plasticine man.
In the
Who would
1970s.
morph?
In the 1970s. No, it's brilliant. We love the fact that you're asking these questions.
Because it realizes we have to realize how fucking weird this country is.
Stephen Merchant was on a chat show, and he said when the Jimmy Savile thing came out, there was one of the shows in America where they went, "This is a man who no one in the UK realised was a paedophile," and then they just showed a picture of Jimmy Savile, and the entire audience in America just burst out laughing for about 5 minutes. Because it was fucking obvious, wasn't it? It was obvious.
It was obvious and we all knew. It's just, it was well hidden.
It wasn't. It literally wasn't.
No, it wasn't, was it?
No.
Everyone knew.
But Morph, there used to be a program in the 70s called
Don't link them together in my head.
called Take Heart, presented by Tony Hart, who's one of the people who came from that area and wasn't done for fiddling with kids.
Yet.
Oh,
No, don't ruin all my childhood. And they used to have a little character called Morph that was made out of plasticine. It was done by Nick Parker, who went on to do Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
We should also say that Tony Hart was an artist. So that was where
Tony Hart was the
He was
artist.
also on Smart,
He was.
which is the BBC's version of Art Attack, wasn't it?
Did anyone else watch Take Heart and Tony Hart and all that thing and go, I've got to get me some poster paints? What that man
No,
does with
because I'm only 31.
Oh, what that man did
You
with
don't
poster
know.
paints. I was like, I've got to get me some poster paints. Oh, if he can do that, I can do that. I got some poster paints. I couldn't do that.
No, you can't do it.
question for the group: did anyone else just, when they're a kid, get random objects for around the house and put them close together and pretend like they were on a close-up on a big heart attack? Did anyone do that?
No.
No? Okay, move on.
Mike, that's your challenge for the week, Mike. That's your challenge for the week. I don't care how blurry the photos are, Mike. I don't care.
Oh, this is the saddest thing I've ever clipped.
Right. JS Rock has just come up with an immense one. Better than anyone that we came up with.
Right.
Mr. Rogers versus Bob Ross. Oh!
They just kill each other with kindness.
If they cuddle each other to death.
Yeah. Just be a big cuddle puddle of death. That made me really uncomfortable to say.
Although Bob Ross was in Vietnam, so
Was he?
yeah.
What was he?
Is that why he paints trees?
Because that's where he thinks they're hiding. The trees keep talking to him. Yeah, I'm fairly sure he fought in Nam.
Like art therapy, you dickhead.
Military career. No, he didn't. He didn't fight in Nam. I got it wrong. He was a staff sergeant though, master sergeant. So he was the person who like shouts at recruits who then went to Vietnam.
I can't imagine Bob Ross shouting.
I mean, that goes in his favour massively then if he's a staff sergeant.
Oh no, he must. Yeah, he literally shouted at people who went to Vietnam because he worked for 20 years from 61 to 81. So he must have.
That's fun. What a fun thought to have in my head.
Wasn't
Lovely.
Mr. Rogers the nicest man on earth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it,
Have you
well,
seen the video of him
isn't it like
flipping
Mr.
the bird?
Rogers and then just underneath Michael Palin? Isn't that how it works?
Ooh.
Mm.
Because I've seen footage of Michael Palin getting angry. I've seen Mr. Rogers flipping the bird off, but that was because he was counting numbers down and got to there, and then he starts giggling, going like, and that's just adorable.
Have you seen the film with Tom Hanks?
No, I haven't. It's on my list.
It's very good.
Oh.
It's a
Would you say
very
it's in your
lovely
top
film.
5 films?
Oh, Christ.
I think Mr.
I
Rogers.
think.
No, I think Bob Ross would, because Mr. Rogers
Yeah.
would go, no, you win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think then would make Bob Ross really angry, and he'd go full staff
Yeah,
sergeant
no,
and then
what-
like, stab him with a paintbrush.
What Mr.
Hang a tree over
Rogers?
that bitch. Yeah, like.
Mr. Rogers would sit down with Bob Ross and try and rationalise his anger,
Yeah.
and talk it through with him, so it wouldn't even get that far.
It's quite.
This is a joy. I'm loving it.
At the end of the day, what we're saying is that out of the two of them, love would win.
Yeah.
The viewers.
One from Mikey.
Go.
Jeff Bridges versus a bridge. Look,
I wanna-
I was just shooting you with that one. I can't believe it got.
Jeff Bridges.
If it's Jeff Bridges and Starman, Jeff Bridges, yeah, because he could bring a deer back to life.
If it's Jeff Bridges in The Big Lebowski, he wouldn't be asked.
The bridge would win because yeah, I don't know. I think in that one, Jeff Bridges would win because the bridge would just erode faster. Because he just wouldn't care. The dude would be like, whatever.
Another one from Mikey was Snoop Dogg versus Kipper the dog.
Oh.
I wanted it instead to be Snoop Dogg versus Clifford the Big Red Dog, because I think Snoop would be so high that he would just implode.
I think Clifford would eat him, and then like when you have too much of an edible, I've heard.
Are you saying that Snoop Dogg is such concentrated weed
The Clifford
he has now become inedible?
The Clifford would get like, whoa, he'd pass out, throw up, and then Snoop would like, yeah. So I think that's how that would work.
So essentially, Snoop would win.
Snoop would win the long game.
We,
Or Snoop would just get them both high and they'd be like, why are we fighting?
We have a new next door neighbour. He moved in about 6 months ago, and he smokes.
Euphemism.
He smokes an awful lot of weed, and it's really, really strong.
As in, like, not enough? An awful lot? Or
An
too
awful-
much? An awful lot?
You know, what people do in their own house is completely up to them. But when I'm
That's only ever said by someone who has got a sex room.
when I'm
Have you got a red room, Dave?
You got a red room.
when I'm
a yes.
you
It's
Never-
where he
never
goes for
talk about
pain. It's to watch Jean-Claude Van Damme film.
When
This
I'm-
is what it is. We've just found out Dave's kink. He just
Dave's kink is watching shit Jean-Claude Van Damme movies and Steven Seagal films. It's just like, this is so painful. Yeah.
there's probably some truth to that.
Fee's watching this going, I'm not dressing up as Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing a Steven Seagal, so I'm getting rid of all my big floaty shirts.
I have a better physique than Steven Seagal at the minute.
Anyway, sorry, I distracted us. Your
Yes, my next
Smelly
door
neighbour.
neighbour. My next door neighbour. And like I'm in the kitchen making a cup of tea, going and getting high from It's great. I ain't got to pay for it. There's bonuses. I haven't even seen him like in 6 months. I haven't seen him. It's probably because he's fucking collapsed on the floor in a heap. But one day I'll bump into him and see if he's got any left.
Or maybe it's Snoop Dogg.
Or maybe it's Snoop Dogg.
Has moved to Wolverhampton.
I haven't heard
with that sweet Just Eat money.
I haven't heard any hippity hop coming through the walls.
Dave, you have never sounded more white man all that hippity hop.
All that hippity hop.
Oh yeah, that's a point. JS Rock's gone. Yeah, it's all fun and games until you realise you're just breathing in his exhaling.
Yeah, which now
that's a long distance kiss.
Oh, you kissed your neighbour.
Hey.
I kissed a neighbour and I liked it.
And I got high as a kite.
That's not the words, Dave. Don't ruin it.
Have we got any more, or have we got three?
Mikey was about to say something, and then we got distracted by stuff.
No, was I? I think it was just a
Are
slight.
you high,
laugh.
Mike? Can you
We've
not
got
remember anymore?
Bodger versus Badger.
Only on life stuff.
So there's an email newsletter called Pop Bitch, which is basically where the Daily Mail get all of their celebrity stories from. And they've run this thing for like 10 years, which is they will ask famous people, who do you think will win in a fight between a baboon and a badger? So, baboon and badger.
The badgers are violent.
Badger, because they've got Brian May on their side.
Yeah.
And
Who would appear with a massive speaker and his guitar and just do one chord and all the monkeys would fly.
JS Rock won't know this, but after last week, you won't be surprised to say, if I was to say, I've no time for marsupials, including baboon.
I've got to go for Badger, I think.
Yeah, always
And
Badger.
Doesn't the honey badger go for
Yeah,
Social
apparently,
service.
the honey badger's supposed to be a right violent little shit.
Until he comes
I believe they put that on the zoo description.
until he comes face to face with a horny monster, and then he goes, Dad.
Does the honey monster also go for the balls? Is that what I'm hearing? He learned it from his dad.
I mean, if you look at honey puff things, they are like little tiny balls, aren't they? I don't know why I felt
No, they look like.
We've gone from.
Someone once described me that told me that sugar puffs look like what happens if a woman gets their vagina just stretches over the whole body and holds it there. I was like, why would you think that? But
When you say someone,
You said that out loud, Adam. Adam, you said that out loud.
yeah, it was my. I'm gonna name it. It was my mate in school called Reese Faulkner. Faulkner. He's not on LinkedIn. Object.
any relation to Newton?
No.
That's a cultural reference.
I mean,
Thank you.
He was
I mean, it's
ginger.
like if women became turtles or tortoises, like
What
the
is-
round.
What?
Mikey's still really chuffed at the Newton Faulkner reference. Who?
Like,
Mike,
no,
how
you
did
know
you
the sugar
remember
puffs
Newton
coming?
Faulkner? He was famous for like 4 days.
I
I
know.
like Newton Faulkner.
He did a great cover of Teardrop by Massive Attack, and the cover of Send Me On My Way from.
Newton Faulkner or Mika.
Mika. You just hit that top note and smash him. He'd shatter like glass.
I
No,
listen-
what I was saying was, you know, the sugar puff comment that you freaked everyone out with. I'm just trying to. Is that how women get? Is that what happens when women get scared? Like, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Hide.
I don't know. How
you know,
did
like how
how did you go
Roll
at
away
the
like a tumbleweed.
tortoises like they go inside their
Steph,
shell.
I don't know. What did you do at the escape room?
JS Rock doesn't know what a sugar puff is.
Oh, I'm surprised because it's sugar.
They are
so
really unhealthy. So
Yeah.
you think America would love them?
like,
Google sugar
Yeah.
puff.
actually, you know what? Compared to some American cereals, I think actually that would be a healthy breakfast choice.
Oh, it's because it's by Quaker Oats, not by. I thought it was Nestle, but it's by Quaker
What-
Oats.
What's the cereal that's like bright colours?
Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is scary. Really, really like.
Mother,
That's scary though.
mother, get them away. Get them
That's
away.
colours in my breakfast, mother. This is Wolverhampton. We're only allowed brown, brown and burnt orange.
I-
Serious?
I had Fruit Loops when I was on holiday, and it messed with my head because they looked like fruity polos, and I was like, oh, it's just a bowl full of fruity polos and milk. I don't like it. Like I couldn't eat them. I had like a mouthful, and then I was like, no, I can't do it. My brain won't process. It was weird. I didn't like it. And Lucky Charms. I've had Lucky Charms, and I didn't feel like I could sleep for a month.
It's just like a breakfast. Like as much as like Frosted Flakes are sugary, Lucky Charms is just. Do you want marshmallows and numbers for breakfast? Nom 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 nom.
My mum.
I know you.
Do we know?
You told me off a couple of weeks back, didn't you, Steph, for my breakfast when?
What did you have for breakfast?
So
That's how
I was talking about the fact that I like to go to the toilet on my own and I'm there for quite a while, and you were saying I should get some
Oh yeah, you definitely need some more
more
fibre.
fibre, and you went you need to have breakfast cereal, and I went I do, and you went not Cocoa Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Cocoa Pops either. I don't like
But
they turn the milk brown.
They make the milk chocolatey.
No.
They used to. They don't do it so much anymore, apparently. I wouldn't know. I've not had them in years.
No.
For some
Dave will
reason,
be able to tell us because he still eats like an 8-year-old. Go on.
Oh my! I've never
Dave,
felt
have you-
so.
have you
I-
ever? Go on, Mike. Sorry.
I never felt so personally attacked to a comment, and that wasn't even aimed at me.
I reckon.
Do you eat Cocoa Pops? Like,
I reckon Dave's once put
No,
like
I don't.
like Haribo gummy bears into a bowl and poured milk on them. Just eating that. I reckon he's done that.
Fucking will tomorrow.
Yes, I want to see it live. I want live footage. I want to. Yeah, I want to see exactly how excitedly happy you get. By happy, I mean your 1 o'clock sugar crash.
I feel
Yeah.
like the best example would be I feel so alive, and by the end of it, it'd be like I can feel my organs shutting down.
This tastes like happy diabetes.
I'll get to 11 o'clock and I'm just punching people in the face.
So then, crumpets versus croissants.
Crumpets.
Yeah.
Crumpets.
Ooh.
JS Rock. Do you know what crumpets are? Have you got crumpets in the States?
We have
We've had
previously
this.
explained
Oh,
the
we have.
crumpets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
have. Yeah, we have.
If I remember rightly,
this is a test for you.
if I remember,
See
if I
you were
remember
paying
rightly,
attention.
if I remember rightly, we settled on the term space spread.
Space spread. Yes,
we
you
did.
did.
We did.
Because
It
there
was
was the argument over whether
Yeah.
they were called a crumpet or a
Why-
pie clip.
I'm
Or
gonna-
a spice bread.
Spice spread.
Why did we all choose crumpets so quickly there?
Because crumpets are the best thing. They're so versatile.
They're not, though,
Yeah.
are they? They're
And
really
they
not
are.
versatile.
They are.
You put butter on them.
Yeah, you put
Butter.
butter on them.
Jam,
No.
chocolate spread.
No.
Jam,
Oh,
jam.
Okay, I am having chocolate spread for breakfast is akin to what Dave puts in his face.
I
for
don't
breakfast.
have crumpets for breakfast. Crumpets
What?
are
Yeah.
like,
Whoa! You don't have crumpets for breakfast.
no, crumpets are like I'd have crumpets for like an evening meal. Like
You're wrong.
Like, Mark, I'll be honest, crumpets are like for when I'm depressed. They've been cheers me up more crumpet. Like,
Given that crumpet is a 70s term for a little bit of How's Your Father, Nothing cheers stuff up more than crumpet is my.
Yeah, there you go. Crumpets can cure depression.
I love the idea that, like, you know you're going on a Tinder date tonight, so you get just some emergency crumpets in just in case.
I might need these.
Yeah.
Get some condoms if it goes well, some crumpets if it doesn't.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
JS Rock has gone. It's the Swiss cheese of bread. Which,
Yes.
but also, he suggested
my
putting
word.
soup on them.
I mean, TikTok did do a cheesy garlic bread with crumpets, and honestly, I am for it.
No.
Yes,
with
I
butter.
did see that.
It looks amazing.
Do you know what I'm surprised more people don't do? I'm surprised more people don't
I nearly
use...
yelled something really inappropriate then. Stop myself!
I'm surprised more people don't use Yorkshire puddings as like dessert.
Yeah, fill them with syrup and custard.
Because I've always thought this, but I've never taken the leap into
Do we
it.
need to explain what Yorkshire puddings are?
I've done it.
I have to be honest.
And I've
I have
had
to be
Yorkshire
honest,
puddings.
I have to be honest, a large
Do
part
you have
of
Yorkshire
me,
puddings to celebrate?
a large part of me only mentioned Yorkshire puddings just so we have to explain it. Because I like.
Are Yorkshire
like-
puddings from Yorkshire?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I buy them from Asda, I'm not sure.
A long way for a pudding.
Yorkshire pudding.
Asda is Walmart.
Not anymore.
It's not anymore. They've sold it. Yorkshire puddings is basically it's batter, isn't it?
It is from Yorkshire. Aye.
It's just batter mix.
And then they rise, and then you put them on a Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
You have to and you fill them full of gravy.
Put them full of gravy, and sometimes you put your little stuffing ball in there, so it doesn't roll around the plate.
Oh no, Steph, no.
Why not?
You seem genuinely excited by that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like Yorkshire puddings, so I don't actually eat
You
them.
don't
sorry,
like Yorkshire puddings? What's wrong with you?
Also,
I mean,
JS Rock is
let's not
questioning.
open that can of worms, Dave.
JS Rock is questioning gravy.
What?
Oh,
Right.
I think it's as in the context of a Yorkshire pudding. You're getting. I see. So a Yorkshire pudding can be used as a dessert, but it's just a name.
I've never
for
used it as a
little-
dessert.
You should do.
I've never.
And then you
half-
can have giant Yorkshire puddings that you can put your entire meal inside.
half fill with syrup. Rest of it is custard.
So I have had giant Yorkshire puddings with sausage, mash, and peas inside.
Did you eat them with tiny
Toad
forks?
in the hole in it.
Did you eat them with a tiny knife and fork to feel even smaller?
Dave, don't do that dance again.
What? I'm
Like, it looked like you were turned on by Yorkshire puddings, and that was weird.
Who's not?
Me.
Oh,
I'm not a fan of them.
you're wrong.
Okay.
No,
I feel they're pointless. They're pointless.
What a
There's nothing to
great,
them.
what a great comment! What the hell is it with your country putting holes in bread?
we have nothing else.
It rains a lot, so we spend a lot of time indoors putting bread.
Look, okay, right. So, first off, your country. That's not my country. But like, you say this, and then I'm Welsh. Like, yeah, fuck you, England with your shit culinary. Wales
You're
is
not, Adam.
Wales.
Just keep telling people.
Wales' national dish is cheese on toast. So, like, yeah, we've got Welsh cakes and we've got Barra Breath, but cheese on toast is our national dish. Yay! We couldn't be fucked to even put ham on it.
So, essentially, what you're saying is Wales is like shit Italy.
Shittily.
Shit Italy.
One of my favourite times in Wales was in
Leaving.
in the station pub on Port Maddock, on the station.
Yes.
It was a Six Nations game. It was Wales v Ireland, right? So you can imagine it's full of Welsh fans. I'm there with Steve, who's an Ireland fan. Steve's there in his Ireland top, right?
Oh dear.
It was brilliant because Ireland won, And every time they scored a try, he'd go, yes! Sorry. But it got to half time, and there was this like table full of women behind us. And from there was a table full of women behind us.
Did you hear rimming?
No, that's
Like,
your dirty mind.
I heard women, but I knew what Steph was thinking.
Oh, Steph,
Just because we know Steph.
did you hear rimming? For fuck's sake, Steph. God, Steph, get the crumpets.
Get crumpet, love.
Because you're about to be disappointed.
I hope you've got memory like goldfish.
We've not done anything to do with what we said we were going to do tonight. Oh.
Oh, we've done a bit.
Yeah. But
When Hannah
time
watches this back, she's going to be so disappointed in this.
Hannah won't
she
watch
won't watch this back.
Hi, Hannah. See, if she was here, she'd have replied.
Yeah, this table full of women behind. Women. All of a
What
sudden...
were they doing? Were they...
They were drinking a lot. And then, you know those big cool boxes? Like big cool boxes? They just pulled one of those out. Don't know where they got it from. Took the lid off. It is full of food. They just start handing it round the pub. Then the landlord...
Typical women response.
Yeah, then the landlord comes out with loads of cheese on toast, which makes sense now.
Yeah.
We had a wonderful time, even though they lost.
My favourite Welsh memory is watching in a pub in Wales, watching Wales versus Ireland, and a bloke. It wasn't that one, but then there was a handful of Ireland fans and a little handful of England fans, and we all spent the whole time shouting at the England fans. Every time Wales scored, we booed the England fans. Anytime Ireland scored, we booed the England fans. It was great.
The only English people in the pub were me and Emma, and the next game was England v Scotland. So everyone was supporting Scotland, and England lost. And yeah, but it was good natured.
Rugby fans. When I watched the Tigers game down in Bath, and Bath hammered Tigers 45-0. Like it's their biggest ever defeat at that time. And someone went over to me it's like 70 minutes ago and went, I'll buy you a pint. And that was so much worse than if they'd booed me and taken the piss. Like 4 or 5 people go, buy you. And they kept coming back with pints. We go, it's all right, you've travelled a long way. I was like, I'm now sad and drunk. What a great combination. Yum, yum, yum.
Sad drunk and seeing your own reflection in Guinness. Just... Can't do it, I tell you.
Right.
Adam, explain this one. John the Baptist
Yeah.
versus Kenny Loggins.
Just thought it would be a fun fight. I want to see it win.
See now, I thought originally this was to do with Footloose, a musical, because
He's gone.
this was a bad time for me to get in.
Yay!
Right.
We did it!
Everyone wait. Go on, Mike. What was you saying?
No, fuck off.
It's not we did it, sorry. It's Mikey did it to himself again. Yay!
Go on, Mike.
No, you're gonna have to move on.
No.
No,
Oh dear me.
it's fine.
I don't think we can top that. Mike makes himself laugh and gives himself a hiccup. Actually, I think Mike's in a little bit of distress, so we might need to cut this off now.
No. Carry on. It's fine.
Another one of yours, Adam. Was this you? No, this wasn't your bad one. Dr. Crippen v. Dr. Shipman.
Yeah, that was one of mine. And it is a bad one, let's be honest. Steph quickly hurries to Google what Dr. Crippen did.
Oh, yeah, don't do that on your work laptop.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's the past.
So's everything. Because that's how time works.
I'd like to point out that these hiccups are very much not the past.
So hang on. That means every year history degrees get harder.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's more
Absolutely.
rubbish. Shit, bitch.
Steph,
Steph,
what are you doing?
It's shit, isn't it?
I googled and now I regret it.
Told ya.
Which one did you Google?
Crippen.
Oh, he's not too bad in comparison.
In comparison to Shipman, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know who shit. Yeah.
Crippen's a more interesting story. First murder solved by telegraph.
I still keep hearing just every so often Mike hiccup, and it brings me utter joy.
He had the Kubrick stare then. He had like head down, eyes on, just a smile. Like you were about to blow your brains out after going like Full Metal Jacket.
Voluntary.
We should let Mikey run like a mountain hotel.
Can I mute my mic for a bit?
Oh, that's
It can't be good.
JS Rock's got a good one, which is Kevin Bacon from Footloose versus John Travolta from Grease.
Ooh.
I mean,
No, hold on. Which one did Travolta get ripped for? That was Saturday Night Fever, wasn't it?
that was Saturday Night Fever, yeah.
Ignore me.
I think. You're right, Mike.
No, I'm really not.
I think possibly Danny from Greece would win purely because he is a bad boy.
It was the
Do you
way
like a bad
you
boy,
said
Steph?
bad boy. You didn't have to say we all love a bad boy. It was the way you said it.
We do all like a bad boy. Apparently, I just like getting my heart broken. Anyway, I think purely because the lyrics in the Grease musical are rather questionable.
But he doesn't sing them.
No, he doesn't in the original musical, especially Grease. Like it's Kaniki that sings it, but in the film, Danny sings it, and there are some choice lyrics, and they are rather filthy. So I think Danny would win on those grounds. He's not afraid to build a car to get some ladies. Whereas Footloose, he just wants to dance. Just let the boy dance.
But
We don't care.
I think Kevin Bacon could. Yeah, if it was just the characters. Ooh.
I've never seen Grease or
Because
Footloose.
it's a musical, Dave, and you won't watch it because you're frightened that it's going to make you happy.
Because of you lot. I was in CEX the weekend getting my JCVD, and there was
You got VD in CEX.
Believable.
there was a DVD box set of 8 musicals, and it was like Miss Saigon,
No.
Cats, no,
No.
The original, yes. Movie, no.
I think Grease was one. What I'll do, because it was like 12 quid, and I was like, should I get that? Steph's going yes. Adam's going no.
So far, you've listed 3 films of the 8, and if they're the ones you can remember, the other 5 aren't sounding great.
What you need to do is when you next go in, if it's still there, take a photo of it,
That's
and
what I'll
we
do,
will
yeah.
judge whether it's worth the £12.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll pop in on Wednesday, especially.
I think we
Mike!
need to come off stream because Mike's about to die, and I think he needs some assistance. Stage crew to bedroom, stage crew to bedroom.
This is
This
the
is
worst.
not the drill.
Normally I can disguise it, but this one is fucking.
I think you should just let them be. Just let them happen.
Like, I've watched a couple of your hiccups that have nearly like flung you out of your chair, and I don't want that to happen on camera. I really don't.
I can't. Only if I can sniff it.
No.
Paperback red.
There's
I'm
one
not
more.
watching this one back.
You are, Mike. There's one more.
Go.
And we're going to have to explain both of these.
Oh, God.
Vinnie Jones v Roy Keane.
Yes. So.
Two hard men of football. That's soccer.
I just think they're both pricks.
Yeah, but
I think
like Roy Keane is like angry hot.
I think Vinnie Jones would win
He's not afraid to grab another man by the testicles.
because I genuinely think Roy Keane, even most of the time on the pitch, he just was scary but didn't do much fighting. Whereas, like, yeah, he broke a guy's career, but he did it in a tackle and then like wasn't very fisty. Whereas fighty. Whereas Vinnie Jones has had experience in slamming someone's head into a car, like with a car door.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be Vinnie. I've watched Midnight Meat Train. Vinnie Jones was running a whole thing where he was getting people's corpses. It was a film, yeah, but it could be real.
You see, both of them strike me as being Conor McGregor type characters.
No.
And I'm
Both of them have a personality.
And I don't hate them.
yeah. Well, this
They
is my-
also don't deny things have happened when they're blatantly on camera.
yeah. Whereas I'm more of a fan of Habib Nurmagomedov, and I'm trying to work out which footballer that would be. Like the really good one that will put you down.
Of like a vet. I'm not gonna lie, I got distracted.
What?
I think we're done here for the evening. We're all really tired.
How knackered is everyone? Is
I'm
this
so
just
tired
like
and it's only a Monday.
the hardest 3 months ever? It's just been horrendous.
I don't want to do anymore.
Well, next week, Steph,
Yes.
because it's the closest one to Halloween, we're doing horror stories.
Oh God, yeah, we're going to talk about my love life, aren't we?
But we're doing Tinder horror stories.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah.
So yes,
Sorry, Steph turned into Zoidberg there for a moment.
Zoidberg!
I can literally bring nothing to the table next week.
Oh, I will bring a presentation. We can do dramatic readings. It'll be excellent.
I will use my biggest Shakespeare voice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Steph, we all know you've had nightmares on the dating apps.
Yeah.
Mikey, have you had nightmares on the dating apps?
Couple
Adam?
that
No,
might
I'm
be
a-
sometimes do a face.
I'm a smooth operator. But
Or the one sending the
Well,
messages,
I
aren't
mean,
we?
Adam's the
depends.
one sending his cock.
I've changed my location to Central Wolverhampton and just swipe yes on Steph. With random pictures I found from the dirty end of Google Images.
Don't, because I genuinely have started to think that that's what's happening to me. Like, it's getting that bad. I'm like, these people can't be real. And I'm hoping they're not real because otherwise other people are being subjected to this nonsense.
I think it's important to define nightmares because the other week I told someone I was a writer and they immediately unmatched. I was just like, well, yeah.
Well, you're going in a play.
Yeah, well, sod you, Stacey from Lichfield. Not her real name.
It's definitely a real name.
Clarity.
Next time, Mike, you've got to remember no one wants to sleep with the writer. You've got to say you're a director or a producer.
And that's how you get ahead in Hollywood.
I was shocked at
it's-
some of the horror stories that have been coming out recently.
It's about 9:30, Jazz Rock.
Yes. Shall we finish it there?
Yeah, man.
We will return next week with dating app horror stories.
Yeah.
Ooh, so
yeah.
thank you. I know we haven't had many on today, but it's fine. It's lovely to see you, JS Rock. So glad you've come back. I really want to catch one of your streams where you're DJing, but we just seem to be ships passing in the night.
It's almost like we're in 75 different time zones.
It is, isn't it? Wolverhampton, Leicester, Texas.
Yeah, Wolverhampton's like 3.5 years behind the rest of the country.
I love the fact that in future it's possible that we might do 3 shows. We might do Arena again. Might go over to Leicester, and then just be a random time where we manage to get over to Texas, and there'll just be us, a JS Rock. It's a club.
In this huge 30,000 mega venue. That's just us 5 and Jazz Rock. They're not as funny in person.
Why is JS Rock from Yorkshire?
Lots of people move around.
I prefer their early stuff.
I mean, I'd move around, but not everywhere has ramps. So yeah.
Beep 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 beep. Beep.
On that note, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.